Hey everyone, it's Angus here from Boss Fitness, and what I want to share with you about today is something which is a bit of an unsung hero, the power of sleep. Now this isn't going to be something that's boring or just me going to be feeding you irrelevant info. What I want to focus on here is the fact that sleep can be something that can make or break your fat loss goals, and it's something you can easily implement and take strategies towards getting more of, which won't cost you a single cent, but is going to take you leaps and bounds forward towards your fat loss goals so much quicker than what you're currently doing now. Super excited to be sharing with you. Hope you enjoy. So in terms of sleep, one of the things that revolves around how much sleep you're getting is your hormones. Okay, so if you're getting lots of sleep, it's going to put your hormones into a positive hormonal balance. If you're getting a lower amount of sleep, it's going to negatively influence and impact your hormones overall. One of the things which happens when you aren't getting enough sleep is that it messes with the hormone specifically called ghrelin and leptin. So what this means is that you're going to be, it's going to pretty much mess with your appetite a bit. So in other words, you're going to start craving more and more starchy and sugary sort of foods. And then what's going to happen as well is you're going to feel a heck of a lot less satisfied after eating it, meaning you're likely going to go for more and then some more and then some more. And also what happens from this is that when you're getting a small amount of sleep, is that it's going to lead towards you actually having a decreased ability to use sugar that's stored within your body for energy. So the downside to this is that this will build up and can lead to what we call type 2 diabetes, which is obviously something that you definitely don't want to happen in your life. So just to reinforce here, this means that you're going to be craving more and more sugary foods. You're going to be, because it's sort of messing with your hormones there, you're going to be wanting to eat more of it. And also the downside from here is that you're not going to be able to use the energy that's coming as a result of that within your body, therefore storing more fat. So point number one there, you can easily see how it influences your hormones and why, even just within that itself, why you need to get more sleep to sort that out. The next thing that having less sleep influences and has a massive impact on is your willpower. So in other words, your ability to make decisions, your ability to concentrate, your ability to, I guess, manage and control your thought process to the best of your ability. So in other words, what happens here is that if you're getting a limited amount of sleep, you can kiss goodbye your productivity and your motivation. So in other words, you're just going to feel sort of dragged out, you're going to feel flat, and you're not going to be able to, I guess, hold a train of thought for, as long as you normally would. You're not be able to concentrate, and therefore it's going to mean pretty much just a lost day, really, unless of course you're an absolute willpower horse. But more often than not, it's going to negatively impact you there in that area. So one thing that happens when you sleep, everyone, is that your growth hormone levels are increased. Okay, so when it comes to growth hormone, this is something which positively has effect on fat loss. Okay, so if you aren't getting enough sleep, it means that you're missing out on all the growth hormone that could be, being produced within your body. Therefore, you're limiting your fat loss just then and there. Another thing that happens here as well is that while you're asleep, you're also burning calories because of the fact that your body is repairing itself and obviously recuperating, getting you ready for the next day. So a funny thing here is that, while you're sort of, let's say for instance, before you go to bed, you're spending 4 hours watching TV, the amount of calories that you're burning sitting there, you're burning probably about double as much while you're sleeping within those 4 hours that you could be putting towards sleeping more. Okay, so funny little thing there, bit of a perspective bomb. So in other words, you're missing out on growth hormone, you're missing out on extra calories that you could be burning, therefore doing yourself a massive disservice. A massive thing here when it comes to lack of sleep is that it's going to negatively influence your rate of performance and also your motivation. So in other words, obviously you're going to feel too tired to probably go to the gym or do certain things that you would do in the morning. You're going to wake up with less and less zing, and also it means that you're going to, I guess, be fluctuating within that motivation side of things. So you may start off feeling pretty good and pumped for the day, but that's gradually going to drop based on the fact that you didn't get enough sleep. You haven't got enough energy to be able to handle yourself throughout the day. I'm a massive believer in getting in enough hours of sleep possible before midnight. So in other words, rather than going to bed at 10 or 11 at night, I'm a big believer in going to bed at say 8 or 9, meaning that you're getting in those extra hours of deep sleep before midnight, and from that then spurring into the fact that early to rise. So in other words, going to bed early, waking up early. It's far more productive, meaning the fact that you're getting in those hours are very, very deep, so the body is really just getting in all the sort of goodness that it needs, and therefore what happens there is it means that you're going to be that extra bit more in the zone for the day following, rather than say someone who's gone to bed really late and then wakes up very late as well. Massive difference in terms of performance and motivation between the two types of people. So here's some ways that we can be going about improving our quality of sleep and being able to get more. So first one is reducing technology use before you go to bed. So this is an obvious one, but then again, it seems that it's more and more common in today's society that we're chilling on our laptops, or that we're using our iPads, or that we're on our phone with on Facebook just glued to our face. The idea here, everyone, is that you're limiting your use within about an hour or so before you go to bed. So rather than say just sticking your eyes to the screen, I'd suggest probably going for a nice walk or chilling out with a nice cup of green tea, or even just reading a book to expand your knowledge and just to sort of get you gradually just tamed down and just cooling down before you actually head in for the hay. Next one is to make sure that you're sleeping in darkness and in silence. In other words, if you're someone who has got some dodgy sort of blinds or curtains where truckloads of light is still coming in, you want to make sure that you've got maybe some of those blockout curtains, or just something that which pretty much eliminates the actual amount of sun in your room. And you want to make sure that you're sleeping in silence. So in other words, maybe invest in getting some nice earplugs or one of those night mask things, just to make sure that you're well and truly in that state, which is best to enable the body to sleep in as deep a state as possible. So in other words, that deep sort of just silence. And also obviously the light sort of side of things as well. Yeah. So you can't accidentally get more sleep. It takes a decision to actually consciously put sleep as a more of a priority in terms of your day-to-day basis. Okay. So I encourage you to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night, because the fact of the matter here is that obviously it's going to play massive positive benefits in the fact that you're going to be able to lose fat at a more effective rate. Your body's going to function far better than if you would just getting less than that amount of sleep. And obviously you can easily see there. I'm sure you've had days in your life where you felt amazing from having a massive night's sleep, but then also you feel the difference from having a limited amount of sleep. There's a massive sort of difference between the two, and obviously you can see here which one is going to positively benefit you the heck of a lot more. So if you're someone, when it comes to the big realm of fat loss, if you're someone who is, I guess, struggling with that, so in other words, you've been cruising along for a while and can't really see any progress or results from the effort that you're putting in, well then I'd love to come alongside you and have a nice chat and set you up for my 2-week trial of online physique coaching. So basically this is the blueprint that's going to serve you well to lose 3 kilos in the next 2 weeks and make sure that it is, I guess, setting up the basis of flexible nutrition and also weight training to actually make sure that you're losing fat and toning your body so that you are leading towards a sustainable result sort of focus, and meaning that you're not going to get that typical rebound. I want to come alongside you and teach you lots of things so that it can just spur you forward in the direction that you deserve to go in, get the body that you deserve, and to, I guess, shorten the amount of time that it would take you going solo. So to do that, just click on the link below. You're going to go straight towards a form where you can apply for the 2-week trial, and we'll have a chat really soon. But otherwise, for you ladies that have just watched this video, really excited. If you've got any questions, just post below or contact me personally. Until next time, have an awesome day.